Alright students, today we are going to be introduced to a website, a Web 2.0 tool called Popplet, and the address for that is popplet.com. So we're just going to add a .com to this right here, Popplet.com. It is a free collaborative tool, so to sign up for an account we simply click sign up for free here. Wait for that to load for a little bit. And you simply need your first name, last name, email, and a password. So we are going to create a quick account here. Okay, you gotta simply click I agree. And from here, it gives you a quick tutorial of what you can do and really what that's purposed for, creating a visual. This is what we're focusing on, is a visual medium of learning to where we can see those connections between concepts. Okay, there is a paid version. We do not need that for this class. We will only be using this on a few projects, but check that out if it's something you think that may help you out in your academic future. Alright, we have our account created, and now we are going to begin making our first new Popplet. Now notice over here we've got some example Popplets, so this can kind of give you an idea of what this software can do. I encourage you to spend some time and check out some of those, but we're going to go head over here and click this Make New Popplet button. Alright, we're going to start with an example of organic compounds. I'm going to kind of get you started on your assignment here. And notice we can choose our default colors to start with. I encourage you to use a varied color palette. So notice we've got nice little instructions over here. It tells us simply double click and we can make our first bubble. Now we are going to type something I'm not very good at all. So we can start. Now notice we can step through. It's going to give us, tells us that we can type there. We can change its color right here. Alright, we can also change our font size. So let's pay attention to font size here. And since this is our first misspelled bubble here, we are going to start that out with the highest font. Want that to kind of stand out because this is the overall topic. And I misspelled that here in the title as well. So got that covered here. Okay, it also has a drawing tool. So from time to time you may actually want to draw in some things. Especially when we start getting to adding some of the chemical structures. I may suggest that you draw in some of those chemical structures into the windows. Okay, our next process we need to do as part of this Popplet here is we are going to share this with our partner, and also you will invite myself. So we're going to go over here and click the share button, and we're going to hit add collaborator, and you will enter in the email account to which your partner and myself is linked. I am currently using sanzinj@gmail.com. I'm already registered on this computer, but just click the button or click the arrow here. That will send them. And then click the add them button. So whenever I get back online on my actual account, I would show up here. Now we need to understand how to make connections So what we're going to do is click on our Popplet box here, and we will just simply drag that connector over. For example, carbohydrates is a form of organic compound. Alright, making a connection. Remember, we can take that, drag it over here, but oops, I realized carbohydrates and proteins, they're not directly connected. So this little X right here will eliminate that connection. So that is how you remember if you make a bad connection. You can simply click on the line and an X will appear. So that is how you eliminate those bad connections. Alright, moving around this whiteboard here, we can simply click and hold, and we can move that around. That's going to be very useful. Not so useful right now. We only have a few boxes on here. We only have a few terms. But once we get more terms and start to fill out, you're going to need to get more space and navigate around. You can also zoom out and zoom in as needed. And once you zoom in, though, it seems to go back to the center there. So remember, you just got to drag back over and get that back to the center. So that's a basic navigation of getting around in Popplet. Alright, our next topic is how do we actually accept an invitation from one of our peers? We know the basics of how to work the site. Let's go back home, or if you were just logging in, this is the screen that you would log into. And notice here in our inbox we have one. So we can actually click on that, and it looks like another student has invited us to a new Popplet. Okay, it turns out that I know this student, so I'm going to go ahead and accept it. If it was someone you did not know, let's hit that let me look first before you actually join on to that. So we now see here that they've already got a Popplet started. If we wanted to comment on one of their things, remember we can add that comment, and we can drop them comments on their topic. The comment portion is mainly for use if you ever change, or if you were not sure about one of the connections that they have established, then we really should go back in and drop a comment to that other user. So let's see here what on Jay's account here, I am logging in as myself and not as Bearcat now, because I should be able to see an invite there. Now notice here, we've got a comment here, and that lets us know that Bear, which is my fake student here, has sent me this comment. So we can go back to main. So that's how you can see who is talking to you, so on and so forth. Okay, also notice here that if Bear adds a bubble, it is now present on Jay's window. Of course, actually it's getting confused here because I'm logged onto 2 accounts. But normally this would read Bear. Alright, so that is how we actually accept a collaborative invite so that we can work on this together and make this a social learning experiment. Alright, so this concludes our Popplet training here. So remember, the last thing to do is just make sure you have invited your collaborators. And whenever you see that little comment bubble, make sure you click on that. That is the end of our training. And good luck and get to work.